Good afternoon. Thank you for taking a few moments with me in the Word today. I have spoken to you before and much over time that God, of course, He raised us up together with Him and seated us at His right hand. And so here we are in the presence of our Father and with heaven all around us. And He wants us to hear and see from the level of heaven and see the world around us change. We live in both worlds, heaven and earth, and we're the portal in between. And when we spend that time with Him and lean into Him, then we come into that place to where we are hearing from heaven and seeing from the place of heaven. And I had a great example of this yesterday. Some friends and I, we were out to eat and we went shopping. And Bill and I, we went into a shop and where we're looking at some shirts, and a gentleman was helping us. Now this gentleman, every few words were cuss words. There were other things about this gentleman that would indicate other areas of bondage that he might have in his life. But I wanted to see him from heaven. I wanted to see him as God sees him. And when I looked from that realm, I saw a man who was called to intercession. I saw a man who loved his community, and that God had called him to a place to intercede in his community. So as I spoke to this man, I told him what I saw. I said, I was looking at you, and all I can see is a man who loves his community. And he's a little dramatic, but he put himself over the counter and he says, yes, I love my town. And I said, God put this town in your heart because God wants you through a relationship with Him. Pray for this town because He wants to do good things in this town. And I said, this town is big in your heart. And he grinned. He says, they call me the little mayor of, and then he said the town's name. I said, are you serious? I said, well, God, through a relationship, He wants a relationship with you so that and He wants you to talk to Him about this town so that He can pour His goodness into this town. Asked him if we could pray with him about these things, and he came around that counter quickly, and we joined in and we had a time of prayer. All I could see on this man, I wasn't seeing the cussing, I wasn't seeing other things. What I was seeing is a man who had this heart big, this community big in his heart, and that he was an intercessor for this community. And that is how heaven sees him. And what we do is we want heaven released into the earth. And this is one of the ways on how it will look. So let's stay in our position there at the right hand of the Father, seated at His right hand, seeing and hearing from heaven, and so we can change the world around us. I love you, and I look forward to being with you on Wednesday.